She's just an outlaw. What threat could she really pose?
Threat? The cut need only be slight. But if it is left unchecked, the wound will fester all the same. The pain will be so unbearable. Death would be a mercy.
When the sun of the Yamato Empire overwhelms the skies, and the flaming spirit of the samurai ignites the hearts of Mikado's soldiers, fiery rain will surely flood the ocean.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The attack yesterday on the Hawaiian Islands has caused severe damage to American naval and military forces. I have directed that all measures be taken for our defense.
You will witness the sun and the stars intertwined in a ferocious battle. The divine wind turning into a firestorm. The spirits of the abyss hunting the living. Steel birds soaring skyward, bringing death and destruction. And the ocean will become the grave for the earthborn. Hundreds of brave soldiers will march through this hell to see a brand new day. What that day is destined to bring forth depends on your command.
Ymir is a 4X multiplayer strategy game combined with a city builder, where each player develops a civilization starting at the Stone Age. On one hand, you have to govern your state, colonizing new lands, securing resources, dealing with your neighbors, choosing civics, discovering technologies, waging war. And on the other hand, you have to organize your cities, creating fields, houses, industries, defenses, managing your population, your resources, and your army. The world map is composed of regions, and each region matches a unique isometric zone. You'll find rivers, coasts, deserts, hills, swamps. You'll find different climates, each one with specific resources you'll be able to trade. Ymir relies on an economic simulation more than a set of abstract game rules. Each produced resource is sold and bought. Each price is dynamic and based on supply and demand. Each income is shared between merchants, producers, and state taxes. Your population is sorted into different social classes. They breed, get old, work, sell, and consume resources based on what they can afford. You can't control them directly. You can't just click a button to stop your population from growing, or use a slider to set the wealth of farmers. It's a game where you need to learn how to manipulate your society, and how to achieve a result with indirect actions. For example, if you want to make farmers richer, make them sell their food directly at the market, instead of using merchants who will keep half the revenues for themselves. Reduce offer to make prices rise, or even lower sales taxes. Producing more and expending more doesn't necessarily mean better. Sometimes, producing a new resource ends up making more people so rich they monopolize all the wealth and let everyone else starve. And sometimes, having a unique loyal city can be better than a wide empire crippled with corruption. Ymir is also a game of diplomacy between players. With a wide range of diplomatic treaties, you'll be able to form federations of players, or empires centralized around a single king. You'll be able to set up permanent trade routes, taxes, tributes, and alliances. Battles actually happen in your cities, and they can be witnessed by anyone in real time. While you cannot control the troops directly during battle, you'll be able to design your city defenses, building walls, towers, and setting up your troops' orders and behaviors. With customizable server settings, you'll be able to set up local real-time games just to play with a few friends, stopping and continuing whenever you want. Or a persistent game running 24/7 and hosting up to 100 players developing their empire day after day, where actions like gathering resources and completing buildings can take hours and keep going on even when you're not in the game.
The faster we bleed this backwater planet dry, the faster we can get the hell out of here. I hate all of you. Looks like you've got company.
Xenonauts 2 is a large and complex strategy game inspired by the classic XCOM titles that put the player in charge of a multinational military organisation trying to defend the world against alien invasion. There's two main parts to the game. The strategy layer is where you manage the overarching campaign against the aliens, trying to protect your funding regions against infiltration, expanding the facilities in your base and the staff in your organisation, and unlocking the secrets of the aliens and their technology with your research efforts. Any battle initiated on the strategy layer is fought out on the tactical layer, where you lead a small team of persistent soldiers in tense, turn-based combat missions. There are a wide variety of fully destructible environments to experience, a vast amount of soldier equipment to experiment with, and many different types of alien unit for the player to encounter on the battlefield. Together, these two halves of the game make a strategic experience of almost unrivaled depth. We have taken the ideas from the first Xenonauts and expanded upon them to create something deeper and more distinctive, making better use of our Cold War setting and giving the player many more interesting decisions to make and exotic new toys to play with.